Hello, Sumo fans! I'm Scott Finlay, and welcome to another episode of the Sumo News, right here on World of Sumo. Well, here we are again. Some lads just never learn, do they? So, I didn't want to do this video until all relevant information was out, so I could bring you guys from the start to what seems to be the finish, but we will see full story on this Hokuseiho craziness. Blown away isn't the word, more so that it was under Hakuhō's watch, really does not bode well for him. This is the slippery slope that Takanahana fell down, who, side note, has appeared in the wild once again, now remarried, sporting a grey goatee. Anyway, whispers that Hakuhō should be booted and or not get to run his own hair, among many other things, has turned this into a firestorm for the former Yokozuna to deal with. Let's get right in about it. Following day 5 of the January 2024 tournament, Hokuseiho, as most of you will know, withdrew from the basho. Miyagino Oyakata, aka Hakuhō, said that Hokuseiho's right knee condition had worsened and that he would not be returning to the tournament. Hokuseiho announced the next day that he had suffered a meniscus injury and was planning to undergo surgery. He was expected to require about 4 weeks of rehabilitation. However, during the same period, reports of him bashing folk began to emerge in the press, raising suspicions that Hokuseiho's withdrawal would also be to keep him away from the ring and put him on enforced rest. In other words, they grounded him. Snibbed. In February, it was confirmed by the Sumo Association's Compliance Committee that Hokuseiho had assaulted several stablemates and had stolen money from them, and that an investigation had been launched after one of them had made a formal complaint to the association, which started this whole process. Further details later emerged that for over a year, Hokuseiho had mistreated other wrestlers, striking them with sticks, abusing them using a combination of insecticides and burners, locking a fellow wrestler in the toilet for nearly 3 hours, which, I mean, you could consider that borderline kidnapping, do you know what I mean? Glued his wallet shut like a petty wee child and was slapping them around multiple times a week, and apparently force-fed one of them 20 hamburgers and made him sit and eat them in front of him. Unreal. He was then summoned to inform him that disciplinary proceedings had been launched against him. The Sumo Association planned to hold an emergency board meeting to discuss the Compliance Committee's report, which included a recommendation that Hokuseiho retire and that Stablemaster Miyagino be demoted 2 positions in the Sumo's hierarchy. The day before the meeting, on February 22nd, it was reported that Hokuseiho did not show up to his stable. On the same day, it was announced that he had submitted his notification of retirement. Despite the circumstances that led to his departure from the Sumo Association, it has been pointed out by several sources that Hokuseiho wanted to hold a haircutting ceremony in April. If he wants to do that, then he can go for it. But should they give him the platform or any support to do it? Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments, because I personally think they shouldn't. But that's just me. Interested to know the community's thoughts on that one. Even if they do give him a platform though, he hasn't met the required 30 basho at Sekitori, so no bells, whistles and chocolate cake for him. If the media and their sources are anything to go by, it's not looking good for Hakuhō. More and more inside scoops from those, I shall remain nameless Oyakata, saying the hair should be closed or taken over, as if certain parties were actually waiting for this to happen. After all, he did commit to adhering to the terms of agreement, promising to be on his best behaviour and ensuring that of his wrestlers. Yet, it seems this commitment has been shattered, raising questions about his integrity. Some have even suggested that they would welcome the opportunity to take in a wrestler, should he decide to leave. The criticism against him is just mounting and mounting. Now, while he appears to be complying with the necessary protocols, offering apologies and making public displays of contrition, one can't help but wonder how long this facade will last. You can only tame a Mongolian with a wild side in sumo for so long before you push them too far. History has shown that attempts to tame them often meets huge resistance. Case in point. Many now agree that he lacks the necessary skills to effectively manage the hair, and it's becoming increasingly clear that external oversight may be necessary. Can he simply sit back and watch as others take charge of his domain? Unlikely. See, when all this is a bit less hectic and he actually sits back and takes a deep breath, he's going to feel shame. I mean, he probably does now, but you know that way where the shell shock wears off and you truly have a reality check inside your own mind. You all know what I'm talking about. In summary, while the Sumo Association's stance on the matter is important, equally crucial is how Hakuhō will navigate these turbulent waters. Why do you think Hakuhō didn't do anything? Do you guys think he knew more than he was letting on, or he had no clue? Do you think he was oblivious? What's worse? Know what I mean? Do you think that his fame and all his other endeavours, that his eye was off the ball too much? A great wrestler doesn't always make a great coach, you know. Do you think he'll remain in the sumo world and see this through? Honestly, so many questions, but I mean, unload, vent away in the comment section, folks, because I really do want to know what the fandom's opinion is. Hokuseiho was hated in his stable, and in my opinion, he is a disgusting human being and just a straight bully. It's just straight abuse and torture, and his retirement likely brought relief to many. Honestly, shocking behaviour. So, February 23rd, the Sumo Association Board accepted the committee's report. They didn't take any action against him because obviously he had put his retirement papers in, and they accepted that. Following the board meeting, Hokuseiho said to the press that he deeply regrets having used violence against his stablemates. Nah, mate, you're just sorry you get caught, don't geese it. Hakuhō was indeed demoted 2 ranks in the Kyokai hierarchy, dock pay a few months, but the worst kicker, as his hair is part of the Hasigahama Ichimon. For Haru Basho, someone from the Ichimon will replace Miyagino as the master of Miyagino Bear. Across March and definitely April as well. Very embarrassing, as he could have stopped this as it was going on for over a year. He has literally just started, so it definitely looks bad, and he looks like a right walloper here. Following that, for an unspecified period, the Ichimon's appointed Shisho will be teaching and guiding him in hair management. Double boot to the stones, oft. You know this story is massive when foreign press starts getting involved everywhere as well. Even I was contacted by the Daily Mail over here for a quote about it. You know what I mean? Here's a link to that in the description. And obviously a wee bit here for yous. Oh man, hardcore. Let's lighten this madness with something about a much nicer Miyagino wrestler, Hakuhō, who bought the wallet for the young Rikishi, found out what happened, shocked, and went out and replaced the ruined wallet. I just wanted at least one positive thing about this story before we finished. So there it is, Hakuhō, nice guy, yay! Right, in any case, Hokuseiho is gone, and Hakuhō's experience serves as a stark reminder that assuming the role of an Oyakata is no easy feat, even for someone of his stature. And that's it for this episode of the Sumo News. Thank you as always for watching, and Sumo fans, remember to like, subscribe, hit that bell. Owatanage!